Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of Anime Splash. And in case you didn't know, we've been absent for a while, and you probably didn't notice, but if you did, we've been absent. Just been, I guess, busy with stuff. We went to this anime, we were actually part of a company, and we're getting ready for our advertisement campaign and a lot of stuff that we do at this Japanese animation convention called Fanime, which is in San Jose, California. So we were doing a lot of that, and but we're back. You know, we wasn't going nowhere. We just was doing a lot of stuff, and now we're gonna be doing our reviews, and we're gonna try and do them regularly now. This time, okay, so in case you don't know what we do in Anime Splash, we look at the very first 3 episodes of an anime, and then based only off the first 3 episodes, do we decide whether or not we want to continue watching. Now, a lot of people think that's kind of not fair. It is like doesn't give a good review of the show, of the series, but we're not really a review show. That's what we do, and you know, it is what it is, to take it for what you will.
There's like so many anime. I mean, we have lives. I'm sorry.
So that's our theme. You know, I mean, there is a lot of anime. So do you really want to waste your time going through 20 episodes that suck to finally get to the 21st episode that's good? And I question you on that. And that's what this show is about. So it's about deciding quickly which anime you want to watch, and we're gonna try to help you out there. And you can agree or not, it's all up to you. But we checked out this anime. It's called AKB0048. And I guess this is like the next season or the next series. It's called Next Stage. Alright, so we start off with a plot breakdown from Ricky.
Alright, so this takes place in the future where humanity's all up in space and everything. And the government has pretty much banned all forms of entertainment because they disturb the heart or whatever. So the series centers on this resistance group that, you know, trains these girls to be pop idols, and they hold all these secret concerts and stuff, and, you know, they get arrested, and, you know, they're fighting against these soldiers and stuff, and, I mean, it sounds cool, but it's mostly about the girls, and it's pretty much like the regular thing with, where you have, like, those shows where you have, like, a bunch of girls and they're all trying to be pop idols, and you pretty much just go, you know, and it pretty much, the show pretty much plays with that. So, yeah.
There it is. So Ricky said it sounds cool, and some of you might think, oh, this sounds cool. I first read the synopsis, the little explanation. I thought it was pretty lame. I mean, that was just me. I was like, okay, so they outlawed entertainment, so these pop stars or risked their lives trying to sing to the world to offer entertainment and inspiration to the hearts of humanity. That just sounds kind of, you know, a little lame to me, but I was like, alright, I'll give it a chance. Yeah, we gave it a chance. I didn't like it, I'll just be quite honest with you, but I feel, to me, it's like, it kind of feels like it's just not fair for me to review this show or just talk or judge it, because this type of show is not for people like me. I honestly never was into this kind of style of anime. I mean, when I just first started watching anime, I've just never been into this type of style. I never will be. And as I grow older, you know, it's just less and less interest in this particular style anime. So I didn't like it. Why? You know, it's just what's going on here. Okay, so this show is for, basically, in my opinion, 2 types of people are going to like this show. Either you're a little girl, or maybe you're a little boy and you're aspiring to be a pop star. Mostly a little girl, right? Yeah, you're one of those, like, you know, you dream, you fantasize, which is most little girls. A lot of little girls, you know, they dream about being singers and such. And you're probably going to get, you know, live your dream vicariously through watching this show. And that's kind of cool. And so you got that camp. And then the other people that are going to like this show are grown men who are obsessed with prepubescent little girls with big breasts, which is like a staple in anime. Now, for me, and that show has a lot of that, and a lot of anime has a lot of that. I'm just kind of getting tired of it. I guess it's just because I'm getting older. I'm just kind of, I mean, it's just getting kind of sickening and annoying and lame to keep seeing these little girls that seem like they're like 8 or 9 years old, but they have like big breasts. It is, and they're like pushing it in your face, and they're just like, this front and center, and it's like, man, it's like, but what else is going on that I just got sick of? And then the whole. And okay, I'm gonna sound like a jerk. I know people are gonna not like this, so I'm just gonna say it. This lame choreography. This is like, I won't even say it's not even para, even though that can get a little creative, although a lot of that's not. And it's not even that. It's like even less a degenerate version of para style dancing choreography that you see in all types of anime. And it's just like this very simple type of choreographical stuff that like the girls pop star, and it's like it's kind of old. And then also, what else? The show has a lot of cheesy, high energy, high octane, happy, super happy electro pop music that a lot of anime has. And I know there's a lot of people who like it, that type of stuff. I'm just not one of them. It's just not. It's that super kiddie, electro pop sounding, high energy. It's just kind of. I guess I'm just getting too old for this stuff. I really am. I would attribute it to that. But I mean, that's just me, right? I mean, there's a lot of people who probably like this stuff. This is not me, so I kind of feel bad judging it. But I mean, I just saw that's a lot of what it is. The more I watch it, though, the more I thought to myself, it's not so bad. I mean, it has a decent storyline. So basically, what's going on is that they're, one of the story arcs is that they got this group. This pop group, and then they're having tryouts, and they're trying to decide the next people that are gonna be part of this pop group, apparently, or something like that. And it's
elections, I guess, yeah. It's like a fan election. I don't know, whoever has the most fans wins.
Yeah, so they got a lot of drama in that, and a lot of rivalry, and a lot of contests within the characters, and that could be interesting if you're kind of into that type of drama, which I'm not. If you are, it's not bad. And they throw in some nice things, some little secret character connections, like some kind of various plot twists. I mean, it's not a bad anime. It really isn't, but I'm just not into this style, bottom line. But what about you, Ricky? Are you into this style?
I don't know. I just thought there would be more. I thought it would be pushing more of the whole, their resistance group and they're fighting to be able to entertain people type of thing. I was hoping to see more of that. And maybe there is more in later episodes, but I don't know. It just seems like it's kind of coming off a little bit plain to me. Just, I mean, it's not. It's like you said. It's not a bad anime if you're into that type of thing. It's just, I was hoping for more. I guess it being more political, maybe, but or just more of like in the first episode, like some of the girls get captured and arrested and they're on trial and stuff, and and then all these and the resistance group come in and have all these mechs and stuff, and then they come into I guess the capital city or whatever with these mechs, and all the singing and all the girls are flying around with these hoverboards and these lightsabers, and they're going around singing and stuff, and I mean it seemed kind of cool. I mean at that point to me, but I mean the rest, the other two episodes were just kind of just became really plain, and just kind of killed it for me. So.
Well, here's the thing, which is what I think. When you got a plot where it involves people, when you outlaw singing, and that is the primary, they want to sing, yet the government is not allowing them to sing. I mean, you can only push that so far in terms of coolness. Eventually it's gonna. Now let's say if they, maybe they're fighting for something more cool, I don't know, human rights or something. I don't know, I'm trying to think of something that's more if they're in the middle of a war or something. Okay, now I can start to see these mech fights going into more fruition. But what it's about, like pop singing, and like the government basically outlawing pop singing.
Well, it's like all entertainment. Like you can't be entertained like at all by anything.
Yeah, that's the premise, but the show focuses on pop singing. Really, that's really what
I just thought it would push that angle more, like them, like in the resistance group, and they're fighting against this government that doesn't want them to entertain people.
But I think if they did that, they would lose the whole pop singing angle. It would have that involved in it. Then it'll just be a show about fighting and just resistance, which that would be cool.
Well, they could have like you know, like they'll have their concerts and stuff, and then they'll just have like you know, just like
a neck fight.
No, like just like I felt like in the later episodes, like the whole thing where you know they're not supposed to be doing this. Like I didn't get that feeling there. Like they weren't, like their lives weren't in danger. Like they weren't. Like they just, like all the characters are like just really comfortable and they're doing their own thing as like.
Because they're pop singers.
I know, but it's like come on, you have like practically like the entire like a good portion of the galaxy like hates you and is like actively trying to destroy you.
It's just the government, that's all. They have the people support.
Yeah, and you know, it's like you have like this large, powerful organization that's against you. And no one seems to be like anyone that is concerned about that is just off the screen. Like it's like it's time to be cute and bubbly now.
Yeah, because that's what ultimately this show is really about.
Yeah.
They just throw in that resistance stage just on the side to be cool. And really, I don't see how you can make that work. I
guess.
Yeah, maybe Ricky, you got better imagination than I do. What you. I just thought it's that. So let's say you would be in the cool fight, so like a mech fight, and then after the mech fight, you do like a pops like dance session.
Well, like think of it like think of it working like how it did with Sonic. You know that one Sonic cartoon where they're in that resistance movie.
Yeah, that didn't work in my opinion. That's why that show got canceled.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
I don't know. I just maybe more of an active. I thought it would have like a more activist type of feel to it.
Yeah,
that's what I came in expecting.
Let's see. Okay, you came in expecting, but again, that's what it set it up as. But when I just read this, and it said like pop music stars. That's what like made me like the bar was set low after that. I was like, okay, resistance, that's going out the window. When you do a show, if you want to have a show that focuses on it, you gotta be a little bit more serious of a tone and have a. Yeah. And I remember that Sonic show. It didn't do well, and I didn't like it because they did the same thing. They tried to throw that, but then it was corny and it was cheesy, and then they did all this funny stuff, and it's like. Yeah. Nobody's really in danger. I'm not getting the sense of people's lives at risk. That's what happens.
Well, I just was thinking that, but better.
Oh yeah.
I guess
I think it's
too much.
Yeah, you can't really make that. I would argue that you can't make that work. But that's cool that we're talking about this because it gives me something more to talk about rather than just what this really is, which is a show about pop stars, and you know they throw in that resistance as some sort of almost a filler type of background plot just to keep things rolling, but it's really about the whole pop thing. I mean, you should have saw it. I mean, you know, you should see it. But I heard they were like, yeah, they got in the court, the people was captured, and then their other bandmates came to rescue them, and they're gonna get to these mech robots, and I'm like, oh, here we go, it's gonna be cool now. And then all of a sudden they bust out of the mech robots. They go on these hovercrafts and they got microphones and they start singing at the enemy, and the enemy shooting at them with guns. I mean, you know, these people that look like kind of like Master Chiefs are coming out shooting at them, and they're singing at them. And like for some reason, the sound waves of the musical notes are defeating them. And I'm like, this is the lamest crap. But this is not for me. This is a show for a little girl.
Some of them had like lightsabers, and they were like deflecting the bullets with the lightsaber, and I thought.
Yeah, that was like a little bit. And that was like a small part of what they were doing.
It was like one girl.
Yeah, it was one girl, and she was doing it. She was mostly singing. And she pulled out her gun like up her score for like a few seconds, but most of the time she was singing, and that was real ultimately what was deflecting the bullets. And I'm like, man, but of course, me as somebody my style, I'm not gonna like something like that. Now, a little girl who's like, you know, who's dreaming of being a pop star, he's gonna look at that like, oh, this is so cool. Or somebody who's a guy who's really into that little girl, barely hit puberty, they're gonna like that too, because like, oh, this is what I like to see. You know, I mean, okay, so you got
Hawaii.
So at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this is my conclusion. This show is not for me, and it's not fair for me to even judge it, because the creators of the show did not have me in mind when they made this show. But if you're the type of person that I described, you probably will find something for the show. The rest of us, you need to watch something else. If you're trying, like Ricky said, if you're looking for like a resistance type of show, no, this ain't gonna happen. This ain't gonna fulfill your desires. Well, thank you for watching Anime Splash. Feel free to comment. You know, of course, I love it when people say I have really hatred about what I'm like, really argue and say you're an idiot because you didn't understand and you didn't like. No, those are very funny to me always. So if you want to do that, that's fine. Or if you just want to have an intelligent conversation, that's cool too. I like doing that as well. You know, or if you also want to recommend an anime for us to watch, that's cool too. We'll check it out. For mostly, yeah, every time somebody recommended an anime, we liked it. So, you know, feel free to do that. But until next time, check us out. This is Anime Splash.